I think we're here. We are live. We are live. Welcome, everybody. So fired up. We're fired up. It's another beautiful day here in Pittsburgh.
No.
Yes, I'm back.
I love the sunny and the little crisp in the air, but
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to winter. Sorry.
No, listen, girl, we're in the moment. It's fall and it's perfection. So please, we're not thinking about anything else yet. Maybe
Live
it'll
in
stay.
today.
Maybe it'll stay fall for until April. Anyway. Anyway, hey guys, we're excited. We're excited to be back. We're excited if you're watching this live or on replay. We're happy to have you. I am Jen Orman. I'm a transformational empowerment life coach for midlife women who are ready to discover their next act, to figure out who they want to be when they grow up, to walk into this stage of menopause and beyond, and just crush life in ways that you did come here to do, but you may have forgotten or never really even known that you were ready for the second act, right? So that's what I'm here for. And today I have Kelley DeFilippis here again because she has so much great information, and she's on a mission that I want to uplift as well, because it matters to all of us midlife women. You know, Dr. Vonda Wright, I think I heard her say today, or maybe it was Melinda French Gates that said it. I think she just said it. And she said, for women to do well in the world, basically to crush it, that's what I'm saying, we have to feel good. And we spent how much of our life not feeling good, and for up until recently we've been dismissed and unheard and very much put to the sidelines. The research that is spent on women's health is like 1% of what the National Institutes of Health puts out there. 1%. We're 51% of the population, right?
You know, there are more studies done on erectile dysfunction than endometriosis. More studies, it's like a huge amount of more studies that were done on erectile dysfunction than endometriosis, that affects so many women and is so painful and can really be life debilitating. And there's literally barely any research on it.
No, it's insane. It's insane. And we do need
1% of the population.
Yes, thank you.
And we weren't even included in medical studies until 1993.
Women were not included in medical studies until 1993.
No.
Insane.
No.
Okay,
and
so
very kind of like limited. And they take male information and apply it to women. And we're similar, but we're not the same.
Oh my God, no.
I mean, we obviously have different anatomy to start with.
Well, it's a new day, and every single one of us needs to get fired up, and not just the women, or everybody, every human, because we all want to function at our best, and this is so important. And information and the science and the data that's there is real, and it's helping women. And Kelley DeFilippis is trained in this. She is a certified nurse practitioner. She is a menopause specialist, perimenopause specialist, and she is passionate and open-hearted, and she's pissed off too, and she wants to help you and me and everybody else. And so we are here to help you get informed so you can make the best decisions for you. So this is part 4. We're going to just keep talking about this for who knows how long. And I'm super excited, Kelley.
Ever, Jen.
I know. We're just going to keep coming.
Yeah. We're just going to get more out there, though. And yeah.
Oh, and okay, I want you to introduce yourself and tell them where you work and everything. But then, before we jump into you unveiling your New York City trip, you hot off the New York City trip with the Menopause. I want you to intro yourself, and I want to talk. I want to share with the wonderful people out here about how incredible your in-person talk was. At the end of the month, or the couple of weeks ago, in Washington.
Yeah, it was September 28th.
Wow, time is flying.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Kelley, take this. Tell people who don't know you who you are, why you can help, where you can help.
So I am Kelley DeFilippis. I am a certified nurse practitioner. I am a perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause hormone specialist. Even before perimenopause, people with PMDD or premature ovarian insufficiency / failure, PMS, that's all related to our hormones, PCOS, like all women's stuff. I am a independent contractor with Cornerstone Wellness. I am at the Robinson location, which is at 1000 Cliff Mine Road, Suite 101. We have 2 offices. We have one in Beaver also, but I don't go there just because it's too far. We are at www.cornerstonewell.com. We have an entire team of women that are dedicated to helping other women through this menopause journey, because it is a journey. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Perimenopause lasts anywhere from 4 to 10 years, and postmenopause is for the rest of your life. So we are there to help you, whether it is with your hormones, whether it's with nutrition, physical therapy, relationships, whatever it is that you need, we have someone that can help you with it. And our phone number is 724-371-0177. Did I say, wait?
Yeah, we have it. Yeah,
I say it right? I feel
it's
like
in the comments too, so they can look in the comments.
724-371-0177. I will do a 15-minute complimentary consultation with you to answer any questions and to see if you want to work with me. And yeah, and somebody's been getting pretty busy. I am, which is really kind of nice. I mean, it's great. I love it. I mean, I'm booked out 2 weeks. So
still has room for you, but
I don't have room for a new consultation within the next 2 weeks, but we got time for 1 in 2 weeks. But
good.
We have plenty of time for a 15-minute consultation for anyone who wants it.
Awesome. And so so I want to share, I was in attendance at a talk that Kelley did a couple weeks ago at Panera in Washington, PA, and it really came together pretty quickly, and she packed the room. Literally, there were no extra seats in the room. I think it held like 25 people or something like that. And it was packed. And as somebody who has done presentations and tried to fill rooms before, I know it's not always that easy. I'll tell you what, women care. Women are looking for help. Kelley's got answers. We're out there. So this was so incredible to be a part of it. And I will just tell you that I didn't know anybody in the room except for Kelley. And by the time we left, after her, it was maybe 2 hours, and it could have gone longer. People were open and vulnerable and sharing their and women who were in their 30s, all the way to their 70s. And it was like I'm getting the chills. Like I felt like we were all different people from different walks of life that didn't really know each other. And I felt like we were these girlfriends that knew each other, that just came. And women were just, honestly, I mean, it's almost going to make me tear up, because it's like people have been suffering, and it doesn't have to be that way. And so I was incredibly moved to hear the stories of some of your clients and how you have helped them. And this is just so important. We deserve to feel good, and we can feel good, and there is help and there is support for us. And so if you ever get a chance to see Kelley, please do. She's at the end, we'll give your latest, because you're talking to, I know there's one coming up at the end of the month. Or soon.
Yeah, there's one coming up at the end of the month, and then there's another one in November. And if anybody wants me to come and talk at something, I'm more than open and willing to do that. I've had people reach out for a couple other things, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't that day. Like especially if it's in the middle of the week, that makes it real hard for me, because I see patients, and they come first.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
On a Friday or a weekend, I'm more than open to coming and speaking or whatever. Or if you want to make something, if you want to create something, if want to work with me. So, I mean, that's what my patient did. She's like, I want to help other women. I want them to know. So she and I created that event at Panera. She's a friend of mine. She's also a patient, and we created that event. So if you want to create something where I come and I speak, I'm more than open to that.
Yeah.
I just want to get the information out there for women to know that, our hormones aren't bad for us, and this is happening to you, and it's going to happen to every single one of us. And we need to be prepared for it, because it changes. It can affect every single system of your body and affect everything. So we need to be aware of what is going to happen. And I think the younger women need to get more involved and realize that, menopause, the stopping of your period, happens at around 50, but the symptoms and the decline of our hormones starts in our 30s. And that's whenever the symptoms start. And at that time, they're kind of hit and miss and fleeting. And we are really, really good at pushing them off and blaming other things for them. The kids, the work, the not sleeping, the stress. And we're really good at saying, giving our symptoms other reasons.
Well, and not just us, so do our providers, because they haven't been trained.
The doctors, the clinicians do too. And that's just because they don't know what they don't know. Right. I mean, I wasn't trained. I didn't know. I was taught menopause was, when a woman stops her period, she might have some hot flashes, and, that's it. Nobody said that the whole urinary system is affected, and the gut and the brain and the bones and and the heart. And I wasn't taught any of that. I wasn't taught that our hormones are for life, that they're part of what our body needs to function normally. And that it affects us.
So it's a movement that's unstoppable, and I couldn't be more thrilled. And there are incredible women and some men getting on the bandwagon, leading this out. Some of our favorites are called the Menopause, and Kelley was just in New York City last week, and she was with some of these key leaders. And it was your first conference, right? Your first full out menopause with these.
Yeah, so it's fangirling a little bit, because these are people that I have listened to and followed and taken any information that I can get from them, and taken classes that they have given. So I was like, to me, I mean, they're idols. It was like I said to, if you know the Menopause, then to Kelley Casperson, I said, I'm sorry. I said, but this is like meeting Elvis or the Beatles, or like, this is amazing to meet you. And she was like, oh, that's so nice. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, you changed my life. You changed my career. So yeah, it was fantastic. It was amazing. I held it together. I didn't pass out. I didn't cry. But I did get to speak and meet with the majority of them. Yeah.
So who was was it packed, and who were the people that were there? People who are fellow practitioners, women who are curious, like, what was the vibe like?
I think it was a little bit of everything. A lot of it was just women looking for information and help. There was, so Friday night was like a panel of the experts. So Dr. Vonda Wright was there. She is an orthopedic surgeon. She used to be the head of the UPMC. Mario Lemieux, like, she helped build that center. Now she practices in Florida. She just wrote a book called Unbreakable. Recommend that to everyone, about living your life strong and not being that frail little old lady. So she was there. Dr. Mary Claire Haver, who is one of the first that I know of that started coming out, and her very first book was called The Galveston Diet. And that's the book that literally changed my life. And I got lucky enough to tell her that. But it was a book that was because I thought that a lot of my issues were due to me gaining weight. So I'd always been like, I don't know, 130, 140, 45 pounds. And I went up to like 185. That felt like overnight. And I blamed it on a lot of things, like, oh, well, I'm not a nurse anymore. I'm a nurse practitioner. Like, well, because as a nurse, you walk 20,000.
Oh, okay, fair. I just was like trying to connect that.
Yeah, but as a nurse practitioner, I was more sedentary and only
Sure.
getting up and walking to the exam room and back.
Yeah.
So that was the whole reason I put on weight, was because, I was no longer a nurse. So I bought this book, The Galveston Diet, looking for a way to lose the weight, because that was the reason I was hot. That was the reason my hips hurt. That was
You thought it was all weight related.
yeah, I thought it was all weight related. And whenever I started reading her book and I was hearing all of these symptoms of menopause, it was the first time, and the word perimenopause, it was the first time I ever heard those things. And I said, to hell with the diet. I need to learn more about this. Like, it intrigued me, and I was like flabbergasted, and I was amazed. And like, I've never heard of this. Like,
Wow.
It really, yeah. And that was the book luckily I got to meet her, and I got to tell her, that book was the first time, as a medical provider, as someone who's been in the healthcare space for over 25 years now, that I had heard those words and heard anything about the symptoms, and heard that our hormones were in every cell of our body. I thought they were just about pregnancy, babies, and periods, and sex.
Yeah.
I had no idea. And so I got to thank her. I said, that book changed my life. Wow. I go, and that's what led me down the road. And she was like, that was the book. She goes, I was really writing it really for she goes, because that was the start of her transformation too, in learning about, because she said too, she goes, just like you, I wasn't taught anything.
Yeah. And, I remember listening to her when she talked about, she used to go along with her other male colleague, OBGYNs, calling women who were difficult, whiny women.
Yeah, WWs, whiny women. And so I got to tell her, that book. And she said that was the book that, she goes, even though like a lot of it, she goes, it totally changed my focus to being solely a menopause provider. And I said, it was the start of my journey. And then I mentioned to her too, I said that, the second book, of course, was Estrogen Matters. She goes, yeah, that book completely changed me. I said, it completely changed me too. It took me from it's the book that convinced me that I needed to do hormone therapy, and literally made me say, once I felt better, that I needed to help other women. And I said, so I told her, I said, I just wanted to say thank you, because you've changed my life and you've changed my career. And she's like, come here, give me a hug. I'm never gonna shower again. I said, this is like, I told her too, I go, this is like meeting the Beatles or Elvis. And she was
amazing.
Like, and she told me, she goes, keep talking, keep doing it. She goes, because you are changing women's lives. And I said,
yeah, and it takes a village.
I said, I have you to thank for it. I said, because you were the first person. Yep. It was amazing. And then, and I got to see Dr. Vonda Wright again, who I saw at the beginning of September with the release of her book. And I got to see her again. And we got to talk, and I got to tell her thank you, because she actually referred a patient to me. And now there's been two, and just saw someone yesterday who was referred by her, and I got to tell her thank you. And I said, thank you for trusting me that you would do that. And she goes, I get calls, I get a lot of people that reach out. And she said, and if they're from Pennsylvania, she said, I'll continue to do so.
Fantastic. That's so exciting.
And then got hooked up with her assistant, and so that we can, and then every time I post something now, she likes it. And I'm like, she follows me now, which is really cool. So she's an orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Mary Claire Haver is a board certified OBGYN. She also has a degree in nutrition. She has written The Galveston Diet. She's written The New Menopause. And now there's a new one that's going to come out. either December or January, called The New Perimenopause, where she really dives more deeply into perimenopause. And then there was Kelley Casperson. She is a board certified urologist and sex medicine doctor. She has written 2 books. She was there. I got to meet her. As she is a huge advocate of women receiving testosterone therapy. She spoke at the FDA's hormone, their
symposium.
Where a bunch of them got together, and so I got to meet her. She's written 2 books now, You Are Not Broken, and her new book, The Menopause Movement. Highly recommend. I love her because she is just to the point, and she really makes you think about, like, when she talks and when she writes, she really makes you think about things in a common sense, sort of logical way. And, you know, and so I love her. And so I got to meet her, told her thank you. And I got a picture with Mary Claire. Well, our whole group did, because I wasn't the only one that went. The director of Cornerstone Wellness, Tammy, went. Our intimacy relationship therapist, Courtney, went, and our client care specialist, Kara, who I work extremely closely with, she also went. And they were just all like happy for me, because I'm like, this is like meeting, like, think of your like biggest, like, the people,
absolute rock stars for you.
You know how they always say, don't meet your idols. It was not disappointing at all. They were all amazing, wonderful. You know, it was amazing.
So what did it feel like to be in a group with all these like-minded women and women that are on this leading edge, saying we're not going back. We are moving forward. Come along if you want. We want you to come. But you know, it is a literal movement of finding our voices, standing up for our health, learning to become our advocates. And, you know, you're already there, but what was it like to be surrounded by, because everybody's not there yet. So what was it like to be there with that energy?
So it was really, really empowering. And there was a lot of, you know, because first they did like a panelist discussion, and that was like 2 hours long. And where women got to, you know, they each spoke about different things. There was a moderator, but then at the end, women got to ask their questions. And for them to, I mean, like, everybody's hand went up wanting to ask a question. And that was amazing, because it was opening up the conversation. You know, it was, and women were like just wanting answers for what's wrong with them and what's going on with them. Not wrong, I don't want to say that, but for what they're experiencing.
What challenges are,
And the other thing that was really, it was personally empowering, because whenever they were up there speaking and talking, and there was this like group of women, we were like all standing around, and I kept commenting out loud, like, yes. And, but it kind of,
reignited,
not reignited, but it confirmed to me, like, you are an expert. Like, you know,
validation.
You are. It was validation for me, because I was hearing myself back, and it was like, oh, that was really cool. Who else did I get to meet? Dr. Rocio Salas Whalen. She is a endocrinologist and obesity specialist. So I got to pick her brain a little bit about like GLP-1 medications, and how they really do go along with menopause hormone therapy. Unfortunately, they're a little bit difficult to get because of insurance restrictions and things like that, and they're expensive. But
Kelley, is that something that you can prescribe for women too? Do you work with women in GLPs or no?
I do. I can. But like I said, most of the time it's real hard to get them covered by insurance. They are expensive. I'm not going to lie. I mean, like $400 or $500 a month. but they can be an amazing tool in helping women to. Now, I would never recommend them for somebody who only wants to lose 10, 20 pounds. Like, you need to want to lose, because they're also a commitment. They're not a short-term fix. They're a commitment. I mean, at least a year, if not lifetime. So I do work with them with that, but it's not always easy. But that's also why I have Jennifer, who is our registered dietitian, because it's not just about the GLP-1s. You do need to change your nutrition. And in perimenopause and menopause, we can't eat like we did in our 20s and 30s. It's not going to work for us anymore. So I basically require anybody that I put on a GLP-1 to also be a client of the registered dietitian, because the two have to go together. You can't just take the medication and lose the weight and not change things, because it'll all come right back.
Yeah, and exercise too, right? Strength training and exercise with it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you have to, and we have to change the way we exercise. We were brought up in the Jane Fonda era, right? Like aerobics, and run, and we need to lift. We need to lift heavy.
Yep.
And because we need those muscles. So can I prescribe them? Yes, I can. But you got to do the other things too. So don't think you're just going to get a GLP-1 for me. And
interesting. Yeah. Well, that was neat to have conversations with somebody who's up to speed on probably current data around GLPs and hormones. And
she's also going to be coming out. And I told her, I said, I can't wait to get your book. It's going to be called, it's called Weightless. And it comes out sometime in the new year. And she doesn't just it's written. It's because whenever I talk to her, I said, is it written for providers or is it written for lay people? She goes, it's actually a combination of both. Like, both providers and the lay person can learn a great deal from her book. So
what's her name?
Rocio, ROCIO, and then Salas, SALAS -Whalen, WHALEN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is she a physician or?
She's an endocrinologist.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. She's an endocrinologist and she treats women. She's an obesity medicine specialist. And so she does both hormones and GLP-1s for her patients. And it's the things that she's an expert in and talks about.
And she's coming, the book's coming out when? I'm just putting it in the comments.
In 2026. I don't know exactly when.
Oh, okay.
I can't see any of the comments.
Really? I don't know how that works.
I don't know why.
Susan says, wow, Vonda referring patients to you is amazing.
I know. It blows my mind. It absolutely blows my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great. Who else was there? I mean, Maria Shriver was there. So there was an event on Friday night, and that's where you got to get up close and personal. And that's whenever I got to meet Kelley Casperson, Mary Claire Haver, see Vonda Wright again, Rocio Salas Whalen. Who else? My mind's like, and
is Rachel Rubin there?
Rachel Rubin was not there. I would have loved if she was there, because I want to ask her where she gets her necklaces from. I want one. She has vagina clitoris necklaces, and I don't know where she gets them from. And I got to
DM her and find out.
I know. I'm like, where do you get your necklaces? I want one, because I wear that sucker all the time. And then Tamsin Fidel was there. So the M Factor is a documentary. It's available on PBS, but part 2 is going to be coming out very soon. And there's actually a watch party. There's actually a watch.
I think it's October 18th.
Yes, it's October 18th at 7 p.m. I believe. I'm signed up to do that, so because I want to be a part of that and see it. And then there's also going to be a live Q&A with the Menopause. So encourage everybody to sign up for that. If you go, how do you do that? If you go to Tamsin Fidel's Instagram, I know you can sign up there.
Okay. And is it FEDEL? I know it's TAMSEN.
Tamsin Fidel accounts.
Yeah, because this is so educated. This will be a ton of education.
Yeah, it's in her bio on how
and
to.
Do you have her IG handy or no?
It's just Tamsin Fidel, TAMSEN FADAL.
FADEL, Fidel.
FADAL.
FADAL.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And then,
so,
yeah.
What are you? And are you doing some kind of moderation or something, or what are you?
I'm just attending.
You're attending. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to attend, but everybody should attend so that you can, because we need this documentary. And the first one was great. If you haven't had the chance to watch it, it is on it's on PBS. You can stream it on PBS. But the new one is going to be released, and then you can. I want to see about getting it to bring it to Pittsburgh. So like you can have your own watch party of the documentary.
Right.
Yeah, I want to try to do that. So maybe we can work on that.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it.
Work on. Maybe we can get Susan in there too.
Yes, absolutely. This matters for everything. It matters for everything. So for us to live our best lives, we must feel good. We must be well. And so this is incredibly important. So as far as content, what did anything surprise you? Or what did you get most excited about hearing some of these people on stage talking about? Was there any new information, or what were you most validated? All of these questions I'm throwing at you.
It was just fantastic to just like be there. I mean, there were so many women there, and to see them all like rising up and being, it was just encouraging, and it was empowering to see. I mean, I don't even know how many people were at this thing, like 200 or something. And there was, like I said, there was 2 days. There was Friday night and then there was Saturday, all afternoon from noon until 6. I mean, and the speakers, there were speakers about mental health. There were speakers about, weight. There were speakers about, being strong. There were speakers about, vaginal health. And it was just fantastic to just be in that space. It was really surreal for me because I had seen this. It's called The Swell is the Swell. And then it was also Naomi Watts.
Naomi Watts. That's right. Yeah. I was trying to think who the celebrity was. Yeah. Right.
So I get to meet her too. I bought some face cream.
Nice.
She has her own beauty company called Stripes Beauty, and it's all geared towards perimenopausal and menopausal women. She has a really great vaginal moisturizer. Nice. And so it was just great to be in the space and to be up close and personal with my kind of like idols and mentors, and that they don't even know they're my mentors, but they do now because I told them.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just a girl from Pittsburgh.
I mean, it's so important to get out of your office and and get into hook up with the peers, pick up with people who are like-minded. For me personally, and I'm doing that right now in my coaching world, and I am so invigorated and fired up to be with people who are, on the leading edge of empowering women in the way that we do. And because sometimes you forget how much or you forget what it is, and then all of a sudden it's like, yes, we are. And then when we all come together as a community, it's like, oh my God, we all have missions on this planet to get out there.
I mean, there was a woman, because whenever I was standing next to Vonda Wright, and I was waiting until she was done speaking with this woman before I, want to speak to her. But this woman traveled all the way from Germany.
Wow.
For this event. to get information, because she was saying, and as eavesdropping on their conversation.
Good. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
Best
but she
intel.
was thinking about how in Germany, and there's just nobody's talking about it. There's not a lot of information, and so I mean, it was great. I mean, the people that came, from all over. There was a woman that I met that was from Ireland, that was there, and talked to her for a very long time. And just all the women that were there were just like so happy to be there, to get any kind of, the information that they were getting, and they were just so excited and everything. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
I'll tell you, it's amazing to be seen.
I have a bunch of videos and things. I need to like edit them down. I'm going to start posting them on my Facebook. And maybe I'll post them to your group.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You too.
Yeah, no, we're on a mission. Well, congratulations on making the time, effort, and the expense and all of it to go, because it's part of building. Yeah, and being in New York City never sucks, because it's New York City.
It was worth it. I've never been to New York. That was the first time I was in New York. And I got to my lobby, and I'm looking out the window as I got it, and I'm like, is that the World Trade Center? I was literally right across the street from the World Trade Center. I mean, I opened up my windows in my hotel room, and there it was. I was like, this is so cool.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even, when I booked the hotel, I had no idea where I was even at. And then I found out it was only a block and a half away from the event.
Amazing.
Go out to get a taxi, and the concierge is like, do you need a taxi? I'm like, yeah. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going here. He goes, honey, you don't need no taxi. You can walk there faster. I go, I don't know where I am.
That's what I love about you. I've gotten to observe what a manifester you are, Kelley. And it's just, you put it out and you're like, I don't know how it happens, but look.
Yeah. And that happens to me. Like,
it's awesome.
When I was leaving, and the concierge like, are you leaving? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you need a taxi. And I was like, yeah. Well, the taxi guy he hooked me up with was like the most amazing. He's like, no, you want to sit on the right hand side of the taxi. You'll have better views of. And I'm like, okay. And then talking to the taxi guys, I'm like, it's my first time in New York. He's like, oh yeah, where are you from? I'm like, Pittsburgh. He goes, I'm going to retire in Pittsburgh. He goes, we just recently were there and was looking at houses in West Allegheny. And I go, I work in West Allegheny. And he's like, yeah. He goes, and we were driving downtown with the realtor, and I asked, how's rush hour? And she was like, this is rush hour. And he's like, this is nothing compared to New York.
Oh my God.
And then he was even on Good Morning America one time. Me and the taxi driver had a great time.
Oh my God. I love it, Kelley. I love it.
He's like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a menopause specialist. Use me. My wife could use you. I'm like, well, when you come to Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh. Well, I feel you're energy.
Then, I mean, just all of these like weird things. So I go to I'm at the event on Friday night. I go to the bathroom. I'm standing there next to this lady that had something on her shirt. I was like, oh, what's your shirt say? She's like, oh, it's for ovarian cancer awareness. I'm like, oh, awesome. I'm like, what group are you with? She's like, with anybody. I make personal pleasure devices. And I go, you mean vibrators? She's like, yes. And I said, for like, what's the name of your company? And she's like, Elixir Play. And I go, you're kidding. And she goes, no. And I go, I recommend those to my patients all the time. She's like, you're kidding. I go, you were on a podcast with Kelley Casperson, weren't you? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, after I heard that podcast, I, looked them up and everything. I'm like, I recommend them to my women. And she's like, you're going to the event tomorrow? And I said, yeah. And she's like, come by the table. I have something for you. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I go over to the table. She immediately recognized me. She's like, hey, you're the nurse practitioner. I'm like, yeah. She's like, give me 1 second. She pulls out this pad, and it's a prescription pad for her products, her personal pleasure devices, with a QR code for a discount.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I ended up selling an item to a woman that was just standing in line. It's like,
It's your commissions. You got to get your affiliate marketing commissions.
yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this lady wants to buy one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just awesome.
This is amazing. It's great. I am fired up. I love hearing your energy. I know you are just, flying high too. So
Yeah.
let's talk about where you are showing up next. And yeah, what do we have that we want to promote? You have what's coming up this month for you?
So on October 25th, I will be at Neville Wood for an event that is being put on called At Capacity. So if you want more information, you can go to atcapacitysymposium.com, or is it at capacity? I don't know off the top of my head.
I'll look it up while you're talking.
So it's not only going to be me, but there are going to be other kind of experts talking about midlife. There's going to be myself and another nurse practitioner, and we're going to tackle the subject of menopause, perimenopause, and hormone therapy, and the debacle of the WHI. So that's going to be our part. And then we're going to also have like a Q&A afterwards where women can ask us questions. Now, of course, no like personal medical advice. It's just going to be general information. But if you want to get a VIP ticket, then you can get up close and personal with us to ask more kind of personal maybe questions. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing.
I'm going to that. I have my ticket. It's at Nevillewood, I think.
Yeah,
right?
it's at Nevillewood on October 25th, and it's going to be an entire day of. And I've just recently posted stuff to my Facebook page too about it, like last night. There's only 15 seats left. Well, that was yesterday. It only holds, I don't know if it holds 50 or 75, but we only have 15 tickets, 15 seats left, and then it'll be sold out. And it's going to be an entire day of empowerment. Renee O'Shaughnessy is putting it together. She was a pilot. She's written some books. She's done TED Talks. And she's going to be talking about like empowering women through this second part of our life,
Mm-hmm.
And then there's going to be other doctors and experts that are going to be there talking about all of their, what it is that they do.
All right, cool.
And then helping women.
Yep, it's going to be really, really exciting. And then you have the Brave Women on the 14th.
I have the Brave Women's Project, yes, coming up. That is on November 14th. I am nominated for an award.
Woo! Don't
know if I'll win. Hope I do.
Well, I'm going to cheer you on. I'll be there cheering you on.
Yes, because you're coming. And we're Cornerstone. We're going to have like a table there, promoting what it is that we do. So there's a whole group of us going. Jen's coming. My daughter's coming. People from Cornerstone are coming. So we're excited about that. That's going to be a wonderful event. It's women supporting women. There's 5 pillars that you could be nominated for, and I was nominated for empowerment.
Love it.
So we'll see. Maybe I'll win.
Yes, I'll vote for you. I don't think I get a vote, but I don't know how that works. So
I don't know who votes. I don't know who votes, but we're like, I don't know. Okay. I'm excited for it anyways. It's going to be a fun, fun day of, there's going to be a lot of people there. So that'll be a fun day. And then on November, doing another talk on November. Let me see. I forget the day.
You need to put up a schedule of events on all your social media.
God, I know. This is going to be November 16th. I am partnering with Tanya Cheney. We are going to do an event about reconnecting with your body, redefining your energy, and reclaiming your life. I'm going to talk about, of course, menopause. And she's going to talk about living like more authentically and being grounded and those things. We're going to be live. We're going to be doing it in Monongahela, but then you can also attend virtually. And you can register at her link tree, which is www.linktr.ee/Tanya Chaney, TanyChaney.
Fantastic. Awesome.
That's all I got going on so far.
That's it. You better get busy, slacker.
Slacker.
So, yeah.
Let's do this every Friday.
Yeah, we're doing this. So yeah. Okay, cool. All right. And we're gonna wrap it up. I want to let you guys know what I'm doing. I have an event coming. Well, I have a challenge coming up called Get Your Goal, GHOUL, the Get Your Goal Challenge. It's the second annual. Did it last year. And really excited, real low key, kind of no brainer challenge. So I've really made it easy and inviting. We're not even going to get on Zoom unless I might throw some options in there if we want to. But I think people like to do this under the table. So it's Get Your Goal. I'm all about, this is when I started my coaching business several years ago. I started it in October and I was like, you know what, this is people were like, that's not a good time to start. I'm like, it's the best time to start, because who wants to wait to be like a January loser and be like, we're going to wait till January 1st to start our New Year's resolutions? Because I've done it for years and it never worked. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm done with that. I'm like, let's get out ahead of it. Let's get in. And so we all have goals that we want to every year. I mean, come on, right? We all have things we want to do. We all have visions of glory, of this is, I want to lose the weight. I want to write the book. I want to start the business. I want to find a new job. I want to, whatever it is, or it could just be, I want to declutter my house. I want to declutter my junk drawer. I want to do, it doesn't matter how small it is, as long as it's something that's important, that's going to ripple out into making your life better and more manageable. And it's creating the habits, becoming the person that is going to, it's not about losing the 30 pounds. It's about becoming the person who's going to walk every day or exercise, but we don't start with the whole entire goal, right? We have to get there baby step by baby step. So why I like this challenge is it's 15 days and it's $15. I cannot beat that. $1 a day. Excuse me. And I'm going to be sending a audio in your email. You just go look at your email and get an audio from me every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, starting on Monday, the 13th of October. Right, the 13th, yep. And it goes till Halloween. And if you don't know what your goal is, reach out and help me. There's also a 20-minute coaching opportunity for you to meet one-on-one with me for 20 minutes, and I can help you with that. And then I'm going to provide tips and tools and motivation and incentives. And I already have a whole bunch of people who are sending, when you enroll, there's a little survey that asks you, do you know what your goal is? Are you thinking about it? How can I help you figure it out? And we've got people who have a weight loss goal. What they want to do is like, you know what, when I meal plan, I do really well, but I fell off of that whole, like, I got to get back to it. I'm so busy and I've gotten out of it, but I know that makes a big ripple effect. And so somebody else is talking about, I need to actually declutter a space, and because I know that's going to start to give me the peace that I need. What else? I forget what they all are right now. I have to go back, and I'm going to be working on that this weekend, but I'm going to also include some worksheets, and it's nothing, heavy. This is going to be a lighthearted, but let's take a baby step in the right direction, so that at the end of October, you're solid on moving forward and moving into creating this new habit that is going to make a real difference for you. You're not starting on January 1st. You're already going to have mastery and become, develop the habit that's going to actually make a difference for you, so that you can move to the next step and the next step, and then of what you want to create and who you want to become in 2026. It starts today. It starts now. And so this is a way to do it. kind of with the community via email and audio. And I'll be sharing anonymously people's progress and things like that. And I'll be available to support you on this. And I think it's going to be a blast. So I hope that you join. The link. Reach out to me, and it's all over my pages. It's all over my Facebook pages and LinkedIn and everything else. But easy to sign up.
I signed up for it this morning.
Yay! Good. Awesome. So get your goal challenge, 15 days.
I got one more. I totally forgot.
Okay. Good. What is it?
Our book club.
Yes.
Our book club starts on, it's going to be November 7th. We're going to discuss chapters 1 through 5 of the book Estrogen Matters by Dr. Avram Blooming and Carol Towers. And then I think we're going to wait to discuss the second part until after the holidays. Yeah. But so if you don't have the book, get it. If you want to be a part of book club, you can email office@cornerstonewell.com, or you can call 724-371-0177 to get hooked up with book club. And it's the book that changed it's one of the books that changed my life. It was a big impact. That book was a huge impact in my life.
All right. I just put that in there too. So, okay,
it'll be a big impact for a lot of people. So
awesome. All right. Well, thanks, Kelley. This has been a blast. Kelley. I love it. I love connecting, and we will be in touch very soon. Go have a good rest of your weekend, you and everybody else. And yeah, get pissed about taking good care of your health, ladies. Come on. It's up to us. It's up to us. Yes.
Nobody else can do it except for us. There's nobody's going to save you.
Nope. You got this, though. And we're all here to help. So, yeah. All right. This has been great. Thanks, Cal. All right.
Thanks, Jen.
Bye, guys. Bye.